Okay, you made it. You made it to the end. I am proud of you. This is the end of this course, and in this video, we are going to talk about how to become a better trader. So let's go. All right, so this webinar is actually titled How to Become a Better Trader, right? And, I have a list of things I want to talk about, and then from there, we can go over like questions you guys may have, and then we go from there. So, the first thing you need to do if you want to become a better trader, right, is you have to make sure you watch the course more than once. All right. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you to watch the course to actually figure out, what's going on. Nobody's counting. I don't care if it takes you 30 times to watch the course over and over. Make sure you do that. Okay. Because if you just watch it one time, it's the information is not going to sink in. Okay. And I'm quite sure some of you guys know that. If you read a book, I guarantee you, if you finish that book and you read it next month, I guarantee you, your brain is going to pick up on a couple of things that you didn't recognize. So same thing with this course. Now, when you watch the course, you have to take notes, right? If you want to become a good trader, you have to take notes. All right. I know I can tell some of you guys don't take notes when you're watching the course. You basically relying on your memory. That's the worst thing you do. I don't know any successful business or trader that's basically running their business with just memory. Okay. Everyone has, a system. Everything is written down. So you should do the same thing too. Make sure you take your notes and, be organized. All right. The next thing you need to do if you want to become a good trader is have a specific time you trade every day. Me personally, I trade 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every single day. I trade the NASDAQ, which is the index, so that's when the market opens. A lot of volatility comes in when the market opens, so that's the time I trade. So I trade usually to 9:30. Since I'm trading in a lower time frame now, I'm trading 9:30 maybe to like 12, but some days I'm done around 11 o'clock, 11:30, whatever. Okay. So have a specific time you trade in every single day. You shouldn't be bouncing around the market like it's a casino. All right. Be strict with your rules when it comes to the time you want to trade. If you're trading forex, London session is pretty good. Again, if you don't have time to trade that session, trade the New York session. Sometimes you get some decent moves, during the New York session, but the market really moves London. But have a specific time you trade every single day. Don't be all over the place, please. Right? You want to be consistent with this stuff. Now, another thing that's going to help you become a better trader is you have to back test. All right. So, and when I say back test, I'm not talking about basically hitting a replay mode. All right. Hitting a replay mode is more practicing. Okay. So if you're if you're playing, you're trading a demo, that's like practicing. Okay. Back testing is just going over your strategy, looking over, the charts and getting familiar with the charts so you can understand the market much better. Okay. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is not hit the replay mode. You do it by looking at these charts like this. Okay. So the way I back trade, let's say I'm looking at the 5-minute, right? Okay. I'm like, okay, so let's say this is around the time I want to trade. Okay. What do I see? I see breakout, pullback. Okay. I could have got in this move. Maybe it didn't pull back to here. Maybe I could have got in this move. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at you know, where I'm going to enter, the setup that I'm going to use, all right, and then my risk, as in like my risk to reward, as in like, was it good for a 2 to 1, 3 to 1? Okay, this is what I'm doing when I'm back testing, right? I'm looking at my setups, okay, and I'm looking at the structure. How would I play that? Okay, and just looking at that just to get your brain used to looking at these setups and structure, um, you know, on a daily basis. Because some of you guys, only time you're looking at the chart is when you either trade it. If that's the case, if you're only looking at the chart when you're trading, that's not enough. Okay, you really got to put in those reps, right? So, in order to put in reps, the best way to do it is to go back and look at these still charts. Because if you press the replay mode, how many times how many examples are you going to get? You're not really going to get that many examples, okay? Because you're waiting for the market to come back, and I can basically do at least 5 examples before you take one trade on a replay mode. So all I want to do when I back test is look at my setup, look at how many times I took a loss, my risk to reward, my stop loss, everything. Okay, I'm looking at these still charts just like this, going back in time. Okay, we have a swing low. Okay, how will I get in this market? All right, we have a nice little trend line break. Okay, maybe I get in right here. So whatever setup you're using, you focus on that, and then focus on the structure of the market, and you get those reps. Because by doing this, your brain is going to get used to the charts, get used to looking at everything, and you're just going to be a better trader by doing this, right? So that's another way to actually become a better trader. The next way is risk management. Okay, so risk management, right? So risk management is very simple. Okay, don't try to make that part to me is simple, right? I know probably if you're searching the internet and watching a lot of people, they would tell you maybe risk 1% of your account, 2% of your account, whatever the case is. Me personally, I don't look at it like that. Okay, I've been doing this too long to understand that it doesn't work like that, right? The way to do it, okay, the way to understand risk management is, okay, you risk the smallest amount, you can when you're trading per trade. Okay, so if it's let's say that you want to risk, let's say the lowest amount you can risk is maybe $1 or $2, right? Well, you can do that. Or let's say it's going to be $10 or $20, right? You risk the smallest amount, because let's say that you have 100K, right? And like I said, the norm is 1% per trade. Now, if you're a new trader and you're risking 1% per trade and you have a 100K account, all right, that means that you're going to lose $1,000 per trade. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because a new trader mentally can't handle losing $1,000. So I don't care how big is your account, you should not be risking, okay, 1% if you have a 100K account. The best thing to do, even if you have a 100K account, right, the best thing to do is still attack the market like you have, a small account, and you start with risking $10, $20, $30 per trade, okay? The smallest amount you can think of, that's not going to hurt you. And the reason why you're going to do that is because when you are new, I don't care what you do in life, anytime you do something new, you're going to make mistakes, all right? I don't care if you've been practicing on demo and you're the best demo trader. I don't care. When you go live, trust me, it's going to be different. You're going to make mistakes, right? So it's best to make mistakes with a small amount. So you go in with a small amount, you're making mistakes. So if you do make mistakes, it's not going to hurt you, right? It's not going to hurt you mentally or financially. Take that, and then what you do is you keep trading until you build confidence, because confidence is actually is the most underrated thing that most traders don't talk about. It's confidence, right? I'm telling you, you could be the best trader in the world, but if your confidence is low, whoa, all right, you just you're gonna be scared to take the next trade. Okay. I actually had a student. I don't know if he's actually on his live. He hit me up and he asked me, "Hey man, I'm a good trader, but my risk management is horrible, man. You have any advice?" And I said, "Bro, you, it's easy. Okay, just start risking around $10 to $20 per trade." I don't know if the person got busy, but he never replied back to me or anything like that. Maybe he didn't like the answer that I had. Okay. Or maybe he was busy. Maybe he didn't see my message. I don't know. Okay. I'm not holding that against him, but, I know some of you guys are going to hear this and probably don't like that, probably don't like, man, why I got to risk $5, man? I want to start making this bread right now. I understand I understand. Okay. But you have to understand the process. If you try to massage the process and try to skip steps, it's going to hurt you, man. As a trader, it's going to hurt you. And you want to basically make sure your confidence is on point. All right. Your confidence has to be on point. I tell people this all the time. I don't care about being the best trader in a room. Okay. I want to be the most disciplined trader in a room. I don't care about being the best trader in the room. That's not gonna, I'm not gonna win a medal or gold medal for that. Like, being the most disciplined trader in a room, you know what that's gonna give me? It's gonna give me freedom. It's gonna give me money. It's gonna give me consistency, right? It's gonna give me the ability to, not go to a 9 to 5, right? That's the difference between probably me and other traders. I don't care if you're better than me, but I guarantee you that I'm not going to. I'm still human, So I once in a blue, I try to, I'll probably break rules, but for the most part, I'm on point. Okay, and that's what you have to do. You have to understand, okay, that one trade is not going to make you rich. So you don't need to be risking a whole bunch from the word go. One trade is not going to make you rich. So stop trying to risk your whole account on one trade, So make sure you risk small just to get your confidence up. You can always raise your amount, okay? Especially when you start. So that's about it when it comes to risk management. Okay, don't make it a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just keep it small, and you can always increase it little by little. Okay. Now, yeah. Also, when you do increase it, don't. Let's say that you've been doing $20 per trade. Don't all of a sudden just go to 20 to $100 or $200. No, your brain is not going to get used to that, losing that much money. So just increase it little by little. All right. Now, let's go to the next thing. Okay, if you want to become a better trader, okay, you have to know how to deal with your losers. Okay, all traders, we deal with losses, and it's part of the game, and you have to understand that. Your job as a trader is to keep your risks small and don't let your risks affect you, so you be able to take your next trade. Because if you're risking a lot, right? Let's say you're risking a lot and then you take a loss, guess what? That's really going to affect you on your next trade. You're probably going to be scared to take your next trade or whatever the case is. So learn how to deal with your losses. Make sure you keep your risk small, so you can be okay with taking a small hit, right? Now, let's say that you are in a slump, a trading slump, right? We usually all traders go through a trading slump, right? And let's say you just for some reason just you know the market is kicking your butt. Well, one thing you can do is go over your trades, see what you are doing, okay, and then I'm quite sure you're probably making mistakes. So you look at your mistakes and you correct your mistakes, okay. Number two, you size down. So most traders, when they do is when they're in a slump and they take a big hit, they want to make their money back right away. You shouldn't do that. It's just probably gonna, you know, mess up your account even more. So what you do, take a step back and size down. Okay, size down, get your confidence back. Again, I'm going back to the confidence. Confidence is really important. It's an underrated thing most traders don't talk about, but confidence is very, very important. Get your confidence back up. All right, and go from there. Or you step back. Okay, the third thing you do is step back, maybe take a break from trading, a couple of days or whatever, maybe a week, or maybe go back on demo just to, step back, take a breather, get your confidence back up, and then hit the live account and go small again until you build up your confidence, and then you can go bigger, right? So that's how you deal with if you are in a trading slump. Now, next thing you have to know if you want to become a good trader, if you have to know, are you a swing trader or a day trader, right? I'm a day trader. I think some of you guys are swing traders by default because maybe your job, whatever the case is. So don't worry about that. But make sure that you know exactly, what you like to do. I like the fast pace, in and out. Not like in and out as in like I'm scalping like that, but I'm talking about like I want to basically know that or get my profits in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I don't like to hold nothing overnight, right? But maybe some of you guys don't care about holding something overnight. So make sure you know what type of trader you are. Everybody is different. And make sure you have a time frame that you're going to use, right? Make sure don't be just flopping in different time frames. You should have a set time frame that you're going to use for your main chart and for your entry chart, okay? Or if you just using one chart, you just some people just using just the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. But overall, know what type of trader you're going to be, right? Next thing is, if you want to become a better trader, you have to know if you are going to trade one market or multiple markets, right? In my opinion, when it comes to trading, if you're new, multiple markets probably would be better for new traders. And I will tell you why, even though it doesn't sound like it. The only reason why I'm saying that is because, if the market is not clear, the whatever market you're trading that day is not clear to you, you can probably look at another market and say, okay, wow, this market looks very clear. Let me trade that market. Okay. So there's pros and cons with both of them. Okay. You can use multiple markets or you could trade one market. Right. The pros and cons is basically the cons is with multiple markets are, number one, if you're new, it could be a little bit overwhelming. Okay, so you're probably not used to looking at multiple markets, so it definitely could be overwhelming. I can definitely understand that. So if that's the case, you probably look at maybe 2 or 3 markets. Don't look at like 6, 7 markets unless you swing trading. And if you're swing trading, then looking at multiple markets is a must. All right, if you're swing trading, but I'm talking about day trading. If you're day trading, maybe you can start with 2 or 3 markets. And then another con is basically over trading. So you might be just over trading if you're looking at multiple markets. So the best thing to do with that is only trade one pair on one market, at at a time. Don't be in and out multiple markets. Okay. So if you trade in multiple markets, only trade one at a time. Look at the one that looks good and then go from there. Okay. And the pros and cons with trading one market. Okay. Actually, the pro with trading multiple markets are the pros are, you know, you have more options. Okay. And you can actually, skip the ones that don't look clear. Okay. Again, test it out. Don't be scared to test things out, because when you're new, you should be, testing things out anyway. You shouldn't be risking live money to trade on a demo. Okay. Test things out. Don't be scared to test things out. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay. Especially if you want to grow. And don't get stuck with one market. With me, crude oil was a market that I used to love. Right? I used to love crude oil. And, after a while, it stopped giving me, like, it was the volatility was drying up. Okay. And, I had to go to the NASDAQ. So I went to the NASDAQ. And now I'm trading the NASDAQ. So don't fall in love with one market. Don't say, oh, man, I love this market. Well, you probably love it right now, but if it slows up, you probably have to go to another market. So keep that in mind. Now, the pros and cons of trading one market, the cons are basically, you don't have any options. Okay. So if the market is choppy, you have to just deal with it and trade it. Me personally, I've been trading for a long time. So I can trade a ranger market. I can trade a reversal market, trending market, sideways. I don't care what it is. I can trade it. So it doesn't bother me. Maybe when you're new, you probably have because I can see sometimes when NASDAQ is slow or a little choppy, I can see sometimes some of you guys say, man, NASDAQ is beating me up. But I can actually see, even though it's beating you up, I can see the market very clear. Like I see what the market is doing. But overall, that comes with time. Your guys going to get to that point where, you're going to see everything, right? So you have to figure out what you want to do. You want to trade one market or two markets, but don't be scared of trading multiple markets, especially if you're new, because you test phase, right? Now, the pros with trading one market is basically you don't have to, scan through a whole bunch of charts, right? And the second one is basically what the risk per trade, because every market is different. So some markets have different spreads, whatever. So trading one market, you know exactly what you're going to risk every time you trade. So again, figure that out, and you go from there. But again, don't be afraid of testing multiple markets. Always test things out. All right. Another thing, if you want to become a better trader, you have to trade on demo, guys. I see a lot of people come here, watch the course. I can guarantee you they're not taking any notes, and then go live. Like, why would you watch the course and go live the next day? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. You guys want to make money. I understand that. Trust me, I understand it. Okay. But if you're going to try to make money that way, you're just basically going to do the opposite, right? Because you don't have enough skills. One day, watching a course one time is not enough for you to go live. So you're going to do the opposite. Instead of making money, you're going to lose the money. So make sure you practice on demo, get used to everything, of course, back test, go from there. All right. So make sure you do that. The next thing you have to do if you want to become a better trader is you have to be honest with yourself, right? And take full responsibility. Okay, don't blame the market. If the market, is slow or whatever the case is, don't blame the market because you're losing. You have to take full responsibility. Don't blame the market. Don't blame nobody but yourself. Figure out what you are doing wrong. Like, what is it? Figure it out. you probably don't think you're doing something wrong. A lot of traders think that way, especially new traders. They don't think they're doing wrong, something wrong. Everything is somebody else's fault, right? If you just step back, take full responsibility, and look at the chart and say, all right, let me figure out what's going on. Or if you need any help, ask questions. But you have to be honest, okay? Another way of being honest with yourself is basically following your rules, not breaking your rules. If you come in the market and say, I'm going to follow my rules, make sure everything, I'm gonna make sure I'm going to, do everything right. And then you come in and you move your stop loss and then you revenge trade. That's not being honest with yourself. You just lied to yourself. You just told yourself you're going to follow your rules. Now, all of a sudden, you're moving your stop loss. You're breaking your rules. You're forcing trades. Come on. Okay. In this game, guys, in this trading game, you have to be on point. You have to be on point. You can't bully your way to the top. You can't buy your way to the top. You can't cheat your way to the top. The only way you guys are going to be successful in this game is you're going to have to be honest with yourself and do the right things. That's it. That's why I love trading. All right. Everyone has its fair chance. The market doesn't care about the color of your skin, doesn't care if you're disabled, doesn't care, where you're from. Everybody has the same chance, right? The market it moves the same for everybody. The same way for everybody. So you have to do the right things in order to become successful. There's no cheating. The market, okay, will reward you if you do the right things. The market will reward you if you are disciplined. The market will reward you if you follow your rules. All right. So no shortcuts. Okay. Also, like I said, be honest with yourself and be realistic, right? Be realistic about how long it's going to take you to become a good trader. Some of you guys think you can watch the course and by next week you're going to be a master trader. Like, come on, guys. A master trader in 1 week or 1 month, 2 months. It's not going to happen. Right? Give yourself time. Give yourself maybe 3 to 6 months to get used to this stuff. Right? Because your brain has to get used to this stuff. I had one student, he told me, listen, man, I don't care if it takes 2 to 3 years. I'm going to give trading my all. Right? And that's what I love to hear. Now, I'm not saying that's going to take you that long. Okay? But what I am saying is if it does, so what? What else are you going to do? Play video games? You're going to give up and play video games? That's it? That's what you're going to do with your life? Okay? But like I said before, it doesn't have to take you that long because, this program is designed to help you guys speed up your success. Okay, but you also have to understand, things take time. Your brain has to digest this information. Like I said before, your brain is like a computer. So it can't just download all this information right away. It has to take time. If I teach somebody how to tie a shoe, I'm quite sure they can, if you are an adult, I'm quite sure you can, learn that in a couple of minutes. But if I try to teach you how to build a house, man, that can take months or years. Why? Because it's more information you gotta learn. You have to understand, the more information, the longer it takes you. Just like downloading a picture. If I download a picture onto my computer, it's gonna, download right away. But if I download a video or a video game, since it has more data, it's going to take longer. That's how your brain works. It's going to take longer because there's more information. So understand that, understand how life works, and give yourself time. All right, stop beating yourself up just because you're not getting it the first week. Of course, nobody gets trading the first week or the first month. This is a foreign language. Like, that's normal. So don't say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm taking loser after loser after loser." Of course, you're supposed to do that. Everybody does that. That's normal. So stop beating yourself up thinking that you're doing something wrong. You're not doing something wrong. It's normal. It's a normal thing. The only thing you do wrong, or the only thing that you're probably doing wrong, is you're probably not looking at your mistakes and saying, "Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong." That's what you're probably not doing wrong, because you have to always, 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 always look at your mistakes and try to improve. Not try to, you have to improve. Okay. So again, like I said, don't beat yourself up. Some people are quick learners and some people are slow learners. Okay. Me personally, I'm a slow learner. When I learn something new, it takes me time. It is what it is. I know that, about myself. Some people are quick learners. So you can't look at that person and say, "Man, that person, is trading already and making profit." You can't look at that person, because everybody is different. Okay. So every time I learn something new, I know for a fact I have to give myself 3 to 6 months or even a year to really get, or really have, a good understanding. Okay. And even prop firms, like professional prop firms, I'm not talking about these online prop firms that you guys are used to, like FTMO or these other so-called prop firms. To me, they're not really prop firms, but whatever. I'm talking about the real prop firms that's on Wall Street, right? Those, like, if you go in that prop firm, okay, and try to trade for those guys, right? They won't let you trade with real capital until your 6th month or your 9th month. Okay, so around 6 to 9 months. Usually it's around 9 months, but it's around 6 to 9 months. They won't allow you to trade with real capital. So if the pros are doing that, then you have to understand. Your brain, it takes time for your brain to understand this stuff. Okay, some of you guys have been training for a long time, so when you go through my course, a lot of bells, or a lot of you're getting a lot of ahas, and you're seeing a lot of things that you probably didn't see before. So if you've been trading maybe for a decent amount of time, then some of you guys will probably get the material, or catch on much quicker, and that's normal, right? But if you're just brand new, or even if you're brand new, even if you've been trading for a year or two, okay, it's still going to take you some time. You're probably going to be a little bit quicker than others, but still going to take you time. So relax, all right? And you also have to understand, a year goes by real quick, or 3 months or 6 months goes by real quick. So don't sweat that, all right? Now, the next thing you have to do, if you want to become a better trader, guys, the next thing you have to do, you have to make sure you journal, all right? Keep a journal. Keep records. The next thing you have to do, if you want to become a better trader, guys, the next thing you have to do, right? So when it comes to the market, you have to look for key areas, and the key areas are the swing highs and the swing lows, right? You have to understand that. Okay. Again, I'm not really going to go over market structure too much, because I looked at it and I have enough information on that in the course. You just got to go over that again. I think that's about it. All right. So that's about it, guys. This is the end of this course. Again, I'm proud of you because you made it this far. You are ahead of most traders right now. Okay. Because you have this knowledge. So I know you got this, guys. I know you can do this. Right? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When you go live, or when you trade in a demo, okay, guess what? You're going to make mistakes. Okay? That's normal. That's life. Anything you do at first, you're going to make mistakes. I wish that someone had told me this when I was first starting out, right? There's so much hype and so much BS on the internet, right? Do this. press a button and you're gonna make $1 million, or press a button, you're gonna make thousands of dollars, right? They trying to make it sound, oh, you're not gonna make any mistakes. Okay? When you're first learning this stuff, yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. That's why you want to go on a demo first, because when you go on a demo first, you want to get all the mistakes out of the way. So when you do go live, you know, you just make a few mistakes. Okay? But when you're practicing on a demo, okay, you get all the mistakes out of the way. So when you go live, you can be prepared. All right? So, guys, I am proud of you, right? You can do this. If you have any questions, you know what to do. You can message me.